All right, folks, we got a recipe for you today. Hopefully, I'll have it out in time for you to possibly, well, it is kind of cutting it close because it was at 3 o'clock in the morning. Most of y'all probably won't see this, but if you do see it and you have all the ingredients to make it, maybe you can have you some actually pretty good buns for your hamburger for the 4th of July. We made them up today. My wife will be helping me out with this video. During this one, I'm going to be doing voiceover, talk through most of it. I'm going to actually note some, I guess some prep details that I would probably change this time around, because my wife has never made the buns before. I'm the one that always made these buns. So she wasn't quite used to it, and I think the timing and what we used kind of made a difference, but I'll go over that in the voiceover. But they still turned out pretty well. But one other thing about it is you can also turn it into a rye bread. This recipe, if you happen to have 3 tablespoons of caraway seeds and a grinder, just grind them up, throw them in there with your dry ingredients, and you have yourself a nice little rye bread. At least it was close enough to rye for us. But I'll leave you at this point, let you watch the recipe. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, all right? And hopefully you'll get a chance, if not the 4th of July, maybe some other time this summer, cook it, have it with your hamburgers. And you can shape it into anything you want, even make it into a hot dog bun. Later. All right, we're gonna make our dry ingredients right now and put it in a mixing bowl. But first, we'll go ahead. We have almond flour. It'll be 125 grams, which is about 1 1/4 cups. We got 25 grams of psyllium husk powder, which is 5 tablespoons. We got 5 grams of nutritional yeast, which is 1 tablespoon, 1 teaspoon of sea salt, and that's it for our dry ingredients. Now we'll go ahead and put everything in the mixing bowl. And once that's done, we'll put it under the mixer, and we'll turn it on low and let it mix for a bit. Now what we're going to do is we are going to heat our water up. That's our next ingredient. We have 1 cup of water, and microwave it for about 2 minutes or so. I usually like to get it to where it's just bubbling, just add a boil. And let's go ahead and name our other ingredients. We have egg whites, 138 grams worth, which is probably about 4 eggs. I like using the egg whites you buy, though. That's 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar, and we also have 1 teaspoon left in this instant yeast packet. Usually around 2. We used one earlier. Now what you want to go ahead and do is go ahead and pour your water into the mixing bowl, and immediately go ahead and add your egg whites, and then right after your egg whites, you'll go ahead and put the apple cider vinegar, and then last is the instant yeast. Now if you want to, you can go ahead and put a few drops of Splenda. I usually put about 2 in there, just to mimic that a little hint of sugar. Mix it for 2 minutes. In the middle of the 2 minutes that you're mixing it, I turn it on high toward the end to get all the dough off the mixer. What you'll do is you'll scrape the sides right in the middle of it. That way you make sure you mix everything and it's all well incorporated. Now what we're going to do is we are going to take our dough out, and we're going to put it on, we're putting it on a paper plate that's on the scales so we can weigh it out. Now, as a rule, most of the time it comes out to about 530 grams, give or take 10 grams, which is, now in this case, I think it came out to 580, so we're a little under. I'm not sure why. But what we'll do is divide that up into 6, and it come out to X grams. And so we're going to go ahead and spoon it all out. Not going to worry about forming it in the beginning, because we'll form it with our fingers. And of course, you don't need to oil your if you're using a silicone pad or a mold. You can do this and form it in any shape you want on like a piece of parchment paper. Now, when you do form this with your fingers, just go ahead and wet your fingers. You'll probably have to wet it more than once during the process. But you want to smooth it out that you like. I think for us that was about the closest we were going to get it, but you don't want to wet it too much because it'll mess up your dough. Now you get your 350 degree oven. You're going to put your dough into the oven and let it bake on the center rack for about 50 minutes, okay? And that'll be it. All right, now we have our buns here. Let's go ahead and open one up. There we go. Now, see if I can hide some of that light, because there we go. That's a little better. Get a better look at it. And what I would recommend is, right now it's a little moist. If you leave them out, I think it's been sitting out for about an hour, cool down. It's gotten, you know, kind of a firm top. If you take and you get some butter, put it in a non-stick skillet, and you cook the insides for say about maybe 2 minutes, you'll have your nice buttered bun. You know, maybe 2 to 3 minutes, depending on how dark you like it, and use that for your hamburger for the 4th of July. Okay.
Can I make a suggestion?
Go ahead.
So I like to use this too, but I put it in the toaster, and then I smear some cream cheese on it, and it's like a bagel. So and we got some. I picked up some everything bagel seasoning today at Value Market.
Mm-hmm.
And I must say that I'm going to be trying this with some of this, because I really like everything bagels.
Let me cover that light and lower that so they can see what we're doing. There we go. That's good. All right.
And then put that on top of one of these and push them down in while you're cooking it, and then
before you cook.
Yeah, before you cook it, and while it's cooking, but then put it in with some cream cheese, good stuff.
But now I like how firm it gets, but yet I'd made another bun recipe. If you look back in some of my past videos on my channel, you'll see another bun recipe. I actually like this a lot better. This is my new favorite bun recipe because it doesn't overly fill me up, and it's like when I was using the other bun recipe, I'd eat a burger, and the old bun would just fill me up so much I couldn't eat all my burger. This one, I'm able to eat it, and it doesn't fill me up. like the other one did, and I don't
It's
feel
lighter.
uncomfortable.
It's lighter.
So I like that, and you can make this. You can let it be softer if you put it in a bag, a plastic bag, and that'll help keep it a bit softer. I like it a little more firm on the outside. It's still a little soft on the inside, and you can leave this. We leave it out for 3-4 days, and if we have several of them, have them out for 3-4 days, and when we want it, we'll cut into it and have us one. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you'll enjoy this. Hopefully I'll get it done in time for the 4th of July because it's tomorrow. So and let us know if you use it and if you enjoy, if you like using it. Encourage us to make some more videos. Have a pleasant evening.